A local expert talks about identifying domestic abuse and what you can do to help victims. Good evening, I'm Matt Davenport. Thanks for watching Todd Has the Night Off. For the past 2 nights, we've brought you a segment called Standing on Sandy's Ground about one woman's struggle to escape domestic violence. Tonight, we wrap things up with a discussion with one of the people who sees the effects of abuse every day. Logan McDougall has more.
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with Sarah Leeds, Executive Director of Family Services Alliance. Now, Sarah, what is the legal definition of domestic violence?
Well, the legal definition is much more strict than the definition we use at Family Services Alliance. The legal definition includes or is restricted to some physical battery, and you have to have proof. And there's, unless someone witnesses the domestic violence or the battery, there's got to be the police have to do some investigation. Whereas when you come into our office and say, I'm a victim of domestic violence, there's no real need for proof. We're an advocacy agency that believes the person and starts offering choices for things to do, to be safer, to be to change the relationship, to either get out of the relationship, or if they don't want to get out of it, just how to be safe in that relationship. So our definition is much more comprehensive and includes emotional abuse, economic abuse, sexual abuse within the relationship, and it's much more comprehensive. Things that you can't really get arrested for. In the legal definition, we include that because it is harmful, and it's harmful for the children who see it. All
right. And now, at what point that someone's being abused, what point should they go get help?
I think whenever they are feeling uncomfortable about what's going on. Of course, injuries and that kind of extreme danger, of course, call 911. But if the abuse is not quite so extreme, but is making someone uncomfortable in the relationship, if there's a lack of equality and a lack of respect that person's not comfortable with, I would encourage them to get some help. They just ask themselves, am I okay with this relationship in the way it is? And is it abusive? And if people have questions about what abuse is, I really encourage people to call Family Services Alliance, and we can show them what we use as a power and control wheel, and it has a whole lot of aspects of what different kinds of abuse: economic abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and really gives examples of that. And so we can just say, look at some of these examples. Are there things that these examples illustrate your relationship? And then they can decide.
So what are some ways that people can go and get the help that they need?
If they're in physical danger, I really call 911 and get law enforcement there for help. If they're not in danger, maybe just call Family Services Alliance, or for viewers who are not within the Pocatello area, maybe in Blackfoot, there's a Bingham Crisis Center. Up in Idaho Falls, there's a domestic violence and sexual assault center. So, call for help, and really you can start the process of what you want to do as a victim. At an advocacy agency, you get to decide what you want to do. No one's telling you what to do.
All right. Well, thank you, Sarah. Thanks for your time. And you can get in contact with FSA at 251-HELP. We'll send it back to you in the studio, Matt.